On Tuesday, my family and I, God willing, will be leaving for some days to Argentina to celebrate a Simcha in our family. God willing, we will arrive in the morning, so I wanted to make a poll and see what do you think I will be doing at 5 p.m. in the afternoon of the day that we arrive, on Wednesday afternoon. So here are the options. Number one, eating at the kosher McDonald's in Buenos Aires. Number two, going to see my soccer team playing. Number three, going to the mall with my wife. Number four, none of the above. Okay, so who says number one? Eating at the kosher McDonald's? Okay, Talia says yes, but that's not the option, okay. Going to the stadium to see my soccer team playing? Okay. Well, I see you think I like soccer. That's not the option. Going to the mall with my wife? That's not? Okay, incorrect. None of the above. What's your name on the way in the back? Dennis? Dennis said, immediately he said number four, none of the above, and he's right. The answer is none of the above. Now that the important things you think I will be doing are discarded, here are the three more options. Okay. So number one is taking a haircut. Number two is studying Talmud. Number three is swimming at an indoor pool. Remember, it's winter in Argentina. So what do you think? Taking a haircut, studying Talmud, or swimming in the indoor pool? Let's see. Okay, so who says haircut? Gail? Yes? Anybody else? My son says, oh, my son knows the answer. Okay. Okay, who says studying Talmud? Okay, thank you very much for thinking I am a scholar. I will not be studying Talmud, and all the rest think I'll be swimming in a pool. Okay. So the answer is I will be taking a haircut. Okay? You may think, what in the world will I be doing taking a haircut after flying almost 24 hours? There are no barbers in Bethesda? So number one, my barber here is from Korea. So between his English and my English, this is the result, you see, so. Number two, my barber in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, is a very special person. So today I would like to tell you a little bit about my barber. But first, how all this connect with today's Torah reading? Yes? Samson, exactly. Samson, the Nazir, part of the Torah, the portion that we read, deals with the Nazir, the Nazarite, who had no haircuts. And at the end of the story of Samson, you know that Samson gets a haircut. So the question is, who gives Samson a haircut? Anybody knows? Again, let me ask you the question again. Who cuts Samson's hair? Delilah. Okay, so the answer you say is Delilah. So I'm going to read for you a little bit on book of Judges, chapter 16, verse 17. So he told her his whole secret. He said to her, no razor has ever touched my head, because I've been a Nazarite for God from the time I was born. If my head is shaved, my strength will leave me and I'll become weak. I'll be like every other person. When Delilah realized that he had told her his whole secret, she sent word to the rulers of the Philistines, come one more time, for he has told me his whole secret. The rulers of the Philistines came up to her and brought the silver with them. She got him to fall asleep with his head on her lap. Then she called a man and had him shave off the 7 braids of Samson's hair. Delilah called a man. She didn't do it. A barber to shave or to have Samson a haircut. If you don't trust me, if you don't believe me, go check by yourself. Chapter 16 in the book of Judges. I will get there in a minute, but I need to tell you that Delilah is not one of my favorite characters in the Bible. She's very, very coward. But I would like to go back to my barber now. His name is Julio Pan. And that's his name, Julio Pan, which in English is translated to July bread. But that's his name. And I think he's watching us online right now. So he has been my barber since I am 16 years old. So you may imagine, many, many years. And he's very special. He opens his barber shop at 5 p.m. and closes usually around 2 a.m. every day. His shop is 1 block away from my parents' home, and it's always packed. People stop by to say hello, to socialize there. You go there and you may have to spend at least 1 hour and a half until you get a haircut. The haircut takes 15 minutes, but the rest is a lot of fun, and you talk about soccer and politics, and it's a lot of people. And he's known as the barber of the soccer players. He was very lucky. He started to cut the hair to some soccer players. They won games after he gave them a haircut. So other players wanted to have a haircut too. So he got t-shirts from the players, and people came to see the t-shirts and the pictures of famous players, and he went up and up, but always with humbleness and faith. He is Catholic and he is a person of faith. One day, someone broke into his store and stole all the t-shirts. He moved on and collected more and new t-shirts. One day, a different day, he's opening his barber shop at 5 p.m. like every day, and he got arrested. He was sent to jail immediately. To make a long story short, there was a mistake with the paperwork of a car that was his, and police arrested him thinking he was a drug dealer who owned the car before. While they were looking for a different person, they caught him. He was proved innocent, but completely innocent, but he spent 2.5 months in one of the worst Argentinian prisons. For him, life changed in instance many, many times. In an instance, the life was turned upside down. So I once asked him, how do you live with all this? How do you cope with life changing all the time? He told me something very, very interesting. Life can be like a roller coaster. And the main secret is you need to do what you have to do is you need to hold on tight. Every time I read the story of Samson, I remember of my barber, Julio Pan. Even though now that I shared a little bit of his story may look like more like Joseph's story, but he reminds me of Samson. Samson's life changed in a second for several times. His parents receive a visit of an angel. His mother could not get pregnant and gets the news. She gets news that she's going to get pregnant, but her son is going to be a Nazarite. Then they name him Samson, and he falls in love with a Philistine lady. He marries her. The wedding party ends up being a disaster. He ends up killing a lot of Philistines. So then he marries another Philistine, and then he loses the strength to Delilah. And then he's taken prisoner and is mocked by the Philistines. And at the end of the story, you all know the end of the story, Samson said to the young man who was taking him by the hand, "Put me where I can feel the pillars that hold up the temple." He was taken prisoner, and the Philistines were going to mock him. And he asked the guy his servant, to put him close. Remember, he was blind. And he says the following, "Lord God, please remember me. Make me strong just this once more." Samson grabbed the 2 pillars that held up the temple. He leaned against one with his right hand and the other with his left. And as you know, he destroyed the temple, and a lot of Philistines, he took vengeance of the Philistines, and he died there too. Our lives can change in an instant. Our life can be a roller coaster. Always remember to hold on tight. Hold on tight to your family. Hold on tight to your friends. Hold on tight to your community. Hold on tight to your values. Hold on tight to your tradition. Hold on tight to your faith. When life becomes like a roller coaster, as it happened last week when we heard about the news, the sad news of Orlando, Florida, we hold on tight to those who give us meaning, who give meaning to our lives. And we remember once again the words of Samson. Lord God, please remember me. Make me strong just this once more. Shabbat Shalom umeborach.